Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online, your go-to spot for the most intriguing facts from around the web and the world. Today, we're diving into a world that's all around us, yet often unheard. Our cities are alive with the usual sounds: traffic, construction, people talking. But beneath that familiar hum, there's another layer, a secret symphony played out by urban wildlife. We're talking about eco-acoustic monitoring, a super cool field that's tuning into these hidden sounds to understand how animals are coping with our noisy urban jungles. So what exactly is eco-acoustic monitoring? Imagine being a nature detective, but instead of a magnifying glass, your main tool is a microphone. That's basically it. Scientists place specialized recording devices, tiny, tough microphones, out in the environment to capture all the sounds. These recordings, called soundscapes, are then studied to learn about the local wildlife. Think about it. Traditionally, studying animals meant tricky stuff like trapping or tagging them, which can be stressful for the creatures and expensive. Eco-acoustics is a game changer because it's non-invasive. We just listen, and by listening we gather tons of info about what species are around, where they hang out, what they're doing, and even how their populations are changing. The city has a soundscape all its own, a real mixtape of noises. First, there's biophony. That's all the sounds made by living things. Birds chirping, insects buzzing, maybe a fox yelping. Then you have geophony. These are natural, non-biological sounds like wind rustling leaves or rain falling. But the dominant sound in cities is anthrophony. That's us. Traffic, construction noise, sirens, even our voices. The big challenge for city critters is that our human-made noise, anthrophony, often drowns out the natural sounds they rely on to find a mate, warn of danger, or just get around. But here's where it gets fascinating. Animals are incredibly adaptable. Many urban species are finding clever ways to deal with our noisy world. You know how it's hard to hear someone at a loud concert? Well, some birds are essentially turning up their volume, singing louder, or even shifting to a higher pitch to cut through the low rumble of traffic. It's like they're trying to sing soprano over a bass guitar. Others are becoming early birds, or rather, earlier singers, belting out their tunes before the morning rush hour noise really kicks in. Some even switch to singing at night. Animals are also smart about location, seeking out quieter spots like parks or less busy streets to make their calls. The constant noise can also change how animals hunt for food or move. Some bats, for example, might avoid noisy areas, even if there's plenty of food there. And get this, in some cases, long-term city living is leading to actual physical changes. Some lizards in Puerto Rican cities have evolved different toe pads to better grip smooth, man-made surfaces. Of course, not all animals can adapt. For many, the constant noise is a major stressor, affecting their health and ability to reproduce. So how do scientists listen in on all this? Technology is the hero here. Microphones have become smaller, tougher, more sensitive, and way more affordable. This means researchers can set up networks of these ears all over a city. And you can imagine, this creates a mountain of sound data. That's where artificial intelligence, or AI, steps in. Super smart computer programs and machine learning algorithms are being trained to sift through hours of recordings and automatically identify specific animal calls, like picking out a single bird song from a noisy street recording. Scientists also use something called acoustic indices. These are mathematical tools that measure things like the diversity and complexity of sounds in a recording, giving a quick snapshot of an area's biodiversity. The information we get from listening to our cities is incredibly useful. It helps in urban planning. Imagine designing parks that aren't just pretty, but also sound-friendly for wildlife. It's vital for biodiversity conservation, helping us find and protect animal hotspots in urban areas. It can be used in environmental impact assessments to see how new roads or buildings might affect local creatures. And it's great for citizen science. People can get involved by setting up sensors in their own backyards. Plus, understanding urban soundscapes isn't just for the animals. Too much noise is bad for us humans too, causing stress and health issues. So, creating quieter, more natural-sounding cities benefits everyone. Of course, there are challenges. Managing the sheer volume of sound data is a big one. Scientists are also working on standardizing methods so they can compare results from different cities. And ironically, the human noise they're studying can make it hard to hear the animal sounds. But the future of urban ecoacoustics looks incredibly exciting. Researchers are developing even smarter AI, better sensors, and new ways to analyze the data. They're starting to combine sound data with other info, like pollution levels and land use maps, to get a really comprehensive picture of city ecosystems. Projects like the Urban Acoustics project in South Africa are using near real-time sound monitoring in backyards and parks, which is amazing. Initiatives like City Soundscapes are digging deep into how biodiversity, soundscapes, and our own well-being are all connected in cities. Ultimately, by tuning into the soundscapes of our cities, we learn so much about the wildlife sharing our space. This knowledge is key to building cities that are not just great for people, but also supportive of all the life that echoes within them. This city's symphony is complex, and by learning to listen to all its parts, human and wild, we can work towards a more harmonious, sustainable, and sonically rich future. That's all for this episode of Fun Facts Online. Next time you're out and about in your city, take a moment, close your eyes, and just listen. You might be surprised by what you hear. Thanks for tuning in.